What's good, YouTube? It's Team Rocket. So I tried the one of side deck at locals. Went pretty well. I ended up winning the tournament. Not so much because of the side deck, but because the main deck is just amazing. I have made a couple changes to it since, but I want to show you guys the deck that I played because it just way exceeded my expectations. I kind of took it thinking it'd be a fun deck. I'd played it a little bit before, but it's too good. I think I lost one game all day, 3 rounds of Swiss, and then a top 8, and I ended up going 6-0. So I'll show you guys the deck right now. I played the Raccoon deck again, but I'll show you some key changes, and I'll talk about something that I've added in since. So first off, you have the 6 Raccoons. You have to play all 6 of them. I've seen people cut the Pompoko to cut it to 2, but it's a +1 on the summon. I mean, if Tantan's good, Pompoko gets you Tantan. So if you run all 6, you're basically running 6 Tantans. It's just too good to cut those out, so I run all 6 of them. And then the rest of the beasts here, the 2 rabbits, these are obviously the best thing you're going to get with Tantan as long as they're in the deck. And I even run a Herald of Pure Light to put these back in the deck because they're so good. And their damage step, which is amazing. More damage step destruction. Raikou, just generic removal. 1 wind-up kitten. It's just so clutch to be able to drop this late game and bounce and exceed or something. And another name for Obedient School, obviously. And then the Key Mouse. I don't play the Elephant because that play is too roundabout. I like just having the 1 turn or 1 card. Naturi Beast. All you need is an Obedient School. You don't need anything else. And use this. You make the Naturi Beast. Still playing the 3 Junk Synchrons. These are too good. 1 card Synchros, late game. These just get in there and do work. I cut the Nimble Momongas out completely. I didn't replace them with any beasts. I just felt like they were dead draws. I had 1 game where I actually drew all 3 of them in an opening hand, which is absolutely ridiculous. It should never happen. So they kind of made me angry. So the Nimbles are out because there are just too many dead draws. The deck's more consistent without them. Play the 1 Thunder King because everybody else is playing the Thunder King, so I played it, and it's actually pretty good. I didn't mind having that in there. There are games where you can open this and Naturi Beast with like 2 or 3 back row. That's a joke. They play the 2 Veilers. These are too good, just against everything. On to the spells. 3 Obedient Schooled still. I don't play the 3 Hobans because I don't understand why people do that. The problem with this deck is when you just randomly draw, you end up drawing into like the Kalantosas and just bad cards. I mean, if you open with Obedient School, cool. I mean, but the life points, it's just not worth it. Paying for your opponent's skill drains and solemn warnings and whatnot. It's just skip the Upstart Goblins. The 3 MSTs, this is obvious staple. I was considering main decking the Twister just because there are so many face-up cards in the game today, but MSTs are doing work. The Dark Hole, the Book of Moon, the Mind Control. The Mind Control, and I'll have to talk about this too, Rank Up Magic Astral Force. This I added in since the tournament, and I'll talk about both of these when I get to the extra deck. On to the traps, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Wabaku, 2 Mistake. I upped the Mistake. I think I was only playing 1 last time. This wins games. It's too good. 2 Fiendish Chain, Bottomless, Compulse, Warning, Torrential, and Burst for Birth. I would consider playing 2 of these. It's really good if somebody, especially if you can bait an MST with it or something. I only have the 1. I can't seem to find another one for some reason. But I would consider playing a second one, even with the warning. That's just too good. So that's the main deck, 40 cards. On to the extra deck here. 3 Raccoons. I got the 3rd one, so I upped this to 3. That's too good there. I run the Herald of Pure Light just to recycle the rabbits and things, like I was telling you guys about. I played a Downward Magician. You know, you can take your used up Ronin Raccoons and make this. So I have that in there. I also have 2 Diamond Direwolves. So this is where I'm going to talk about these. So when you use up your Rona Raccoons, if it's on the field by itself, it's just a 1,000 monster waiting to get run over. So when it gets back to your turn, if all you have is this guy out on the field, you can use either the Downward Magician or the rank up Astral Force to turn him into something useful that you can either beat over and get some piercing damage in there. This is also a virus target, or you can turn it into a Diamond Direwolf, which is way too good because there are many times in this deck where you have 2 Rona Raccoons on the field. So if you have 2 of them on the field and you use the Astral Force to rank one of them up to the Diamond Direwolf because they're both Earth Beasts and it's 2 levels higher, now you have a Diamond Direwolf and a Beast on the field that can't be destroyed because you have a Beast on the field. So you can detach for the Direwolf, target the Raccoon in their card, destroy their card, the Raccoon survives, and then you can, if you have more materials in the Raccoon, you can make another token that's at 2,000. So I mean, if you cleared the field with this effect, you got a 4,000 shot in there. That just seems too good. I was talking with some people, and we were kind of laughing about how, I mean, this is basically Dracosac, but you can't destroy things with the tokens, and that'd be too good, right? Like, it'd be so broke if you could do that. So I went home and I thought about it, and then I found this in my binder and thought, wow, I can turn a Rona Raccoon into a Dracosac, and that's pretty good. So that's what I'm going to try out. I'll get on to the rest of the extra deck. You could also do this with, if you had a Gachi and you were out of materials on it or something, you could rank it up into a Gem Knight Pearl. For those of you who have the extra deck space for that. I do not, so I left both Pearl and Gachi out. There's the Naturia Beast, the Frozen Fitzgerald, Junk Warrior. I got this to 7,900. That's ridiculous. Armades, this puts in so much work. Gravekeepers, Ghost Tricks. You just, if anybody's set anything, you just start running it over. The Catastor, obviously good. Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, and Leo. I cut the Stardust because I just never made it, so I'd rather blow up cards. So there's the rest of the extra deck. Another thing I want to talk about with the Mind Control is you can just take your opponent's Exceeds. If they have either a mirror match, you can take their Rona Raccoon and make this. You can take their Zen Mains or whatever they made, turn it into this. I was playing a, what's it called? Gaia Charger, but that situation just never came up, so I dropped the Gaia Charger. Onto the side deck, I believe I made one change here. I added the Black Horn of Heaven and took out the Transmigration Prophecy. Transmigration is just underwhelming and really situational. And then I had to make room for the rank up in the main deck, so I moved this from the main deck to the side. That's just too good. The viruses, these are great in theory. I never drew them, so I couldn't get those off. Overworked, never drew this. Chain Disappearance puts in some serious work. This is way underrated. I'd kind of like to find a super rare one because Chain Disappearance is way too good. Debunk, I never drew the Debunk either. DNA Surgery, gosh, I never drew any of these actually. Didn't draw the DNA Surgery. These are pretty good. I had the Rivalry for, originally in there for Constellars and Evil Swarm, but I played against a, gosh, what do they call that deck? The Evatile, Evilzar deck with the dinosaurs and stuff. They can't exceed or get their Westlow plays off, so that worked there. These two are amazing. Ghost Tricks, Lightsworn, whatever. I mean, Boojins, you just say no with these. I mean, those are great. This one would be a game against Lightsworn, just all on its own. Just summon or inactivate this and you win. Same here, just a blowout card. Twister's amazing. This really deserves a spot in the main deck. I would love to play Twister in the main. And then Closed Force puts in work. 2 reasons: stops your opponents from making their field spell plays, and also makes your tokens bigger than their cards. I mean, you can't say enough about Closed Forest. This is probably one of the ones, maybe that and Twister are the 2 that I would consider playing more than one of. But I really think this is great because, I mean, there isn't a single card in here that I didn't use. I mean, I sided them all in at least once in the 6 rounds. So I mean, this was just great meta calls. I mean, I wish I could have had maybe a emptiness I was talking about before. An emptiness would be good because once you get your Ronin lock, you're detaching materials that don't count to destroy your emptiness. And you know, they can't destroy anything, so it's like you just lock them out. They can't special summon and they can't destroy your monsters, so you can stall as long as you need to using that. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. The main deck's really cool, and I'm really excited to try this out. I've been using it online, and it works pretty well when I draw it. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like too much fun, so I'll put that in there as well. Let me know what you guys think. That's my current take on the Raccoons. Alright, thanks. Bye.